Hey guys, this is Post-Processing Impurist here. I will be linking all of these mods in the description in 1.8.9 version, and this is a two-part series, so be sure to go check out the second part. And yeah, here goes the video. What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Impurist Eagle 36, and today we have a different type of video. We're not playing Bed Wars today. Whoa, who would have ever thought of that? So today I'm going to be discussing what type of mods I have installed on Minecraft. So here we go. Let's get right into it. So the first one that I have is the Crosshair mod, right? So in game, you have a crosshair, right? That's the thing that goes right there, the crosshair. And so you use it to point at people. Who would have ever thought, right? And so this crosshair mod, basically what it does, so what you do to activate it or whatever, you press the grave button. That's like the button next to number 1, and you can disable. So this is what the normal one would look like, right? I'm not a huge fan of it, so I use this, and you can change like the crosshair type. You can have it as crosshair type 1, 0, 2, and it goes up to 3. There's like 4 different types. So here's number 1, right? It's just like a plus, right? Number 2 or number 1. Right, this is one that I have, one that I like the best. Number 2, it's just like this dot, right? Number 3, that's the default, pretty sure. And number 4, it's like a Call of Duty type crosshair. Yeah, gotta get those 360 no scopes. Oh yeah, getting those kill combos, epicness. Okay, so that's that. You can also change if it's visible or not. And different options, whether it's visible in hide GUI, which is, so right now if I press F1, that hides everything, and right now it's not visible. If I turn it on, it is visible, so you still have the crosshair, right? But you don't have your hotbar slots or any other type of mods. So that's that. I don't like that on. I don't know what the debug screen is, to be honest. That might be F3, actually. Let's test that out. F3. There. It's not visible. I was correct. Okay. Spectator mode is when you're in spectator mode. When you do /game mode 3, I believe. So yes, as you can see, I am in spectator mode right now, and I can go underneath the ground, underneath the bedrock. It looks like a carpet. That's actually kind of cool. Looks like carpet in this texture pack. And yeah, so that's what spectator mode is. That's what the spectator mode is. I leave that off. Third person is third person. You press F5. For me, I press either F or X. X I will get into in a little bit. That's if it's visible in third person. Outline, that's just the outline of the thing. And now you can choose your colors and the size of all your different types of crosshairs. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna bump that back to 2, I believe, or was it 1? I believe it's 2. Okay. Yeah, you can change your height, your width, your gap. Gap means like in between. On some of the types, you get a little gap in between certain parts of the crosshair. I have mine at 0, and thickness at 1. And this part is, in my opinion, the coolest part. You can change what color the crosshair goes to when it's highlight when you point it at certain mobs. So right now I have hostile, passive, and players. So players is most useful so you can see your reach and you can test your aim out when you're playing Bed Wars, Sky Wars, any other PvP type game. Passive and hostile, those in my opinion aren't really useful because unless you're really playing survival, but even then I can't really find a use for that. Dynamic crosshair, okay, this one's pretty cool. I'll talk about that in a sec. And rainbow crosshair, that's just RGB, chroma, whatever you want to call it. That one's kind of epic. Let's get out of F1 real quick. Oh wait, let's get out of Spectator real quick. 1, right, so, oh, that's the wrong crosshair. There, that's the right crosshair. So as you can see, my crosshair is currently changing colors, right? You got the blue and white and green and red and whatnot, right? So that's that. Kind of cool. I'm not really a huge fan of it. Other people might like it, but that's just my opinion. You can change the speed of that, how fast it changes in between colors, and yes, here's a dynamic. Alright, now, dynamic crosshair. So, if you are in, I don't know, let's say you're in Sky Wars or Bed Wars or whatever, and you have a bow, right? Usually, you just aim, and you do it, right? It's a pew, right? But in this, as you just saw, the crosshair moves, so you can see the power of your bow as you're doing it. So that's kind of cool. So you can see like, oh, that's not very strong, and now it's ready, right? So that's pretty useful if you want to see how far you can actually shoot. On to the next mod. The next mod that we'll be talking about, I'm pretty sure if you watch my videos, which you probably don't, I don't know, is the perspective mod. The perspective mod is pretty useful when you like want to look behind corners or whatever. Usually you press F5 to like, so if like that bunny is chasing me, that's the dangerous bunny is chasing me, right? You press F5 and you can look up and see what's behind you. That's pretty useful when you're running away from people or want to see just what's in general behind you. Right, you can also look what's in front of you, which I don't know why you would want to do that, but yeah. And my doorbell just rang. Wow, Uber Eats is here. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea what that is. So for the perspective mod, you can press whatever you bind it to. I have it binded to X. You press it, and then you can move your mouse around to see what's behind you, around you, or to the side. So let's say I had this thing built up, right? I don't know why. Let's say you're just hiding here, right? And normally, when you press F5, you can just see that. But you have to like turn your body or whatever, and it's kind of a hassle, you know? But when you press X, in my case, you can just look all around you without even having to move, right? So that's pretty useful if you like don't want to move when you're doing it, when you're F5ing or whatever. So yeah, and you can change that by typing in perspective mod. And yes, now yes, you can change it by pressing either hold or press. You can also go into options, controls, and scroll down once you have it installed to perspective mod, and you can change whether it's toggles what button you bind it to. And as you just saw before, it said if you type in perspective mod, either hold or press, you can change whether you hold your button or you just press it and you can toggle it. It's a toggle, right? So that's that. That is pretty useful. On to the next one. Alright guys, so we're in Hypixel now. And so the next mod that we'll be talking about is this sidebar revamp mod, right? Oh yeah, and I'll post a link to all of these in the description. So the sidebar revamp mod, if you look on the side here, you have a sidebar. Would you look at that? And so with the sidebar mod, you can... With the sidebar mod, if you type in /sidebar mod, you can change whether it's disabled or enabled. You can change the numbers. So usually you have these annoying numbers on the side, which I'm not quite sure are for. They're probably for like number when you're programming it or whatever, right? So I don't like those there, so I have it disabled. You can have a shadow, like so it's kind of 3D if you look really closely. I'm not a huge fan of that, so I don't have that on. You can change the background, like what color you want it. I just have it gray, right? Just normal gray, a little see-through. You can also have it RGB, because why not? RGB is the best. You can also change the scale. You can have it huge, or you can have it tiny. I like mine a little bit in the middle. And you can just reset it if you want to. So yeah, that's pretty useful. So it's just like not in your way all the time, or just the cosmetics if you're making a stream or recording a YouTube video. On to the next mod. Alright guys, so the next mod is the status effect HUD mod, or heads-up display mod. Right, so let's say you're in an Epic Games of Bed Wars, and you're running up onto someone's base, and oh no, you're mining really slow all of a sudden, and you don't know how long it's going for, right? So you have to press E and see, or whatever your inventory button is assigned to, and you have to look in the corner how long you have it for, and that's annoying because you can't do it while you're mining. Correct or incorrect? Correct, exactly. So what the status effect bar HUD display thing does is when you get a potion, for example night vision, because that's the first thing that's there, or strength, or I don't know, yeah, strength, why not? So yeah, if you do it, let's say you get a potion effect from someone's trap, in the corner it shows you how long your thing is for. That's kind of good, as with any other potion. So any potion or effect or trap, or yeah, really anything, any potion effect thing. So that's pretty useful, like I said, if you're going to a base in Bed Wars, or if someone has thrown you a weakness potion, slowness potion, whatever on Sky Wars, or you have a regen potion and you don't know how long it's for. And to access the settings for the HUD effect mod, you can type in chat status effect / status effect and press enter, and then you get a whole configuration bar where you can do enable where you want it on the screen, top left. I like mine on the top left. You can change whether it says your invis effect. You can change whether it shows when the chat's open. You can tell it to have a background box, whether you want it gray, green, whatever color. Show the effect name. I like mine having the effect name and not just the symbol, because I'm not bothered to memorize all the symbol. Effect name color is F. F means white, so white, because all F means white. If you don't know your hexacode numbers for colors, blinking when it's nearly gone, that's kind of useful, so you have a little option to show you how long it's going for. When you're down to like 5 seconds, it'll start blinking. For me, I have it at 10 seconds. You can have the offset, basically how far away from the edge of the screen it is, and whether you want to apply it or not, and from the bottom, left, right, or vertical. So yeah, those are my settings, and on to the next mod. This is a 2-part series of my mods. Be sure to go check out the second part in the description below, as well as all of the mods, and have a nice day.